All right, man. So you said that basically when we peel back all the layers, the black woman is God. Before, I'm just repeating back what you said to let you know that I understood exactly what you said. You said, as you know, before we've adopted the thinking and ideologies of God, how we know it now, before that, or even if we take it away, we would see that the black woman is actually truly God. That's what you said, right? Okay.
Correct.
Now, where does the father, my question for you is, where does the man come in? Where does the father or the man?
Now, first thing first, I'm going to let them get into this conversation, but, you know, I just want to say that I usually consider it a red flag anytime somebody gets here talking about the woman is God, but it's not just woman is God, a man is God too. Anytime somebody gets to talking about a human is God, that's a red flag. It's a red flag. Be careful.
Man come into this picture, the black man or any man?
All right. Now, in regards to the father is a social construct that has nothing to do with nature. So somebody made up this whole father aspect. Man is something totally.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? He just said the father is a social construct.
Different. You grow into the man, but we go through stages in life to get to a man. So in regards to me, I had to go from a embryo, you know what I'm saying, to an infant, to a toddler, teenager, young adult, and then I graduated into a man. So when we're talking about those two terms, you know, you got to go to get to a man. And then when you're talking about a father, there's nowhere that there's a father in nature. So a father would be unnatural. That's just.
All night, guys. This man just said with real conviction that there is no father in nature. Oh, oops. Yeah. But yeah, this man literally just said that there is no father in nature. How do you have a conversation with somebody that's stupid? I'm just saying. Let's just really break down what he just said. This man just said that the father is not natural, and the only way that I can really wrap my head around this is that he's implying that in nature, most of the time, the male or the father impregnates the female, and then females raise the young, and that's not universally true. Number one, but at the end of the day, to just insinuate that a father, which is by definition someone who I don't know. This guy is crazy. This is crazy.
Something to compete with the woman.
Okay, so you're saying that the father is unnatural, but the woman is natural.
Correct.
Do I have that correct? And you're
Correct,
saying
correct.
The reason why, you really didn't give a reason why the father would be unnatural. So what's your reasoning that the father is unnatural? Explain, give me some logic, however you could,
Right.
you know,
the logic was nature. I said that there was not a father found in nature. There's nowhere in nature that you can find a father. You have a male.
That's not true. That's 100% not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Number one, if you just want me to go off of the top of my head, we have lions, right? The whole purpose of a male lion is to protect their young, is being a father. That's the whole purpose. He mates with all the females and protects all the young and the females from rival males. That's the whole purpose. Like, people are so ignorant. That's not, like, what? And then the thing is too, y'all are gonna see as this goes on, but like, there's an inability to answer direct questions. It's just sickening.
So at the end of the day, there's no father. Father is a social construct. That's something to put itself into existence to be opposite of the mother. but there's no such thing really as a father.
Can you explain how the father is a social construct?
It's a social construct due to the fact is you're talking about a label that's being placed on a man being a father. Can you be a father at 12 years old?
I mean, I think I had when I was 12 years.
Yes, you can be a father at 12 years old. If you can produce sperm, you can become a father. It's science. Like, what's wrong with people? It's literally science.
Old, man. So
okay,
you could be a father when you're 12 years old. You could have definitely planted your seed in something. Yes. Let's just go with, do you think there's any differences between men and women?
It's kind of like you're trying to be condescending to the point where you have no comprehension. You don't have no comprehension in what I'm saying to you in a response to the point where you can't fathom it. What do you mean?
No.
I don't understand what you think.
And I just want to say this to all you people like that out here. All the people that you know, I'm not saying y'all because obviously you guys are smarter than that. But I'm just saying, like, to all the people that you know that's like this, like, can you imagine talking to somebody that's this idiotic? And we're just getting started. But he's this idiotic. But yet and still, they always think that because you don't agree or because what they're saying is nonsense, that somehow it means that you can't comprehend. No, sir, I comprehend just fine what you're saying. The problem is what you're saying is stupid. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's stupid. You just said out of your mouth that there are no fathers in nature. Substantiate it. And that's the problem. You keep asking people like this direct questions and they can't answer them. All they do is just sprout more, just more, and they keep trying to shotgun you and overwhelm you, and you know, depending on where the medium that you're talking to them, like social media or something, they might be able to get by on that. But it's a diversionary tactic. It's so classless. Ugh, can't stand people like this.
You go to the next question after you sit there and tell me that you didn't understand shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, we gonna turn this into, is this some type of entertainment or something? I'm just asking you. I thought it was about the black woman is God. I don't know you. Well, I didn't research you. I just came over here because, okay. So what are we doing?
We'll speak in detail. What we're doing is having a discussion man to man, right? Mm-hmm. You just said that the man is a social construct.
I said the father is. You're saying that the man is. Right.
Okay, let's
just. Two things. You asked me about the man and the father.
You said, well, that, you know, because the father is, you know, not from nature. And I want you to explain how isn't the father not from nature? That's what I want you to do. I want you to explain how it's a social construct and it's not from nature. Because here's what I'll tell you. Nothing grows unless a seed is planted. Nothing grows on this planet unless a seed is planted. And every man holds the seed in them. Every man holds the seed of life form. Life form in us. In your sack, if you have enough testosterone, but I know in my sack, I got at least 80 million of them little niggas moving around in there. You know what I'm saying? Most men do with a good amount of testosterone. So therefore, we have seed. And the life form starts there. You won't have a plant if you don't plant a seed first. So you saying that...
And that's a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact. And I'm not saying this to dump on women because, you know, women, the part they play in childbirth, it can't be diminished. You know what I mean? It can't be diminished, but we have to be honest. The life start, like, men bring life to the egg. They bring life to the egg, and the women care for it. Stop trying to make it more like what is not, like more than what it is. This is disgusting. And like, I'm glad that he's holding this guy accountable. I'm glad that he's well educated. And you guys are gonna see this is what I mean when I'm talking about male hyenas. Pay attention.
A father is a social construct, is a lie, is what I'm saying. Get to dispute the point that the father doesn't hold the seed. So we plant the seed in a woman, and then life grows from that. Women bring about life. The life form is actually in a man. So explain to me again how the father is a social construct when the father holds the seed and a woman holds nothing but eggs. She's waiting for a seed. Okay. You sound, you don't make sense, man. Let me hear you.
You haven't given me a chance to make sense. You're wrong.
Whoa. You haven't given me a chance to make sense. It's crazy work. Oh, man. Nah, buddy, you had plenty of opportunity. You missed it. You failed.
And you're wrong in the way to sit there and say that the sperm is a seed. How could you have seeds running up and through your body? That makes no sense. A seed is not a fucking tadpole with a tail. That's not a seed. So in regards to it, you're wrong. Now, if you're talking about an apple seed or orange seed, listen, an avocado seed or whatever the case may be, now we can get into the comparison on how the woman gives the man the whole body, the construct, the brain, the lungs, the face, the skin. She's creating a child within a womb. So she gives him the penis too. Did you forget that she gave him the sperm? So
can you explain in a scientific way, from a biological way, how doesn't a man hold the seed in the life form? You're just...
Did y'all hear what he just said? Woo. Oh my God. Did y'all just hear what this man
speaking, but I need you to peel back the layer to things and give facts. This podcast is called No Fugazi. And
so can you explain skin? She's creating avocado seed or whatever. That's not a seed. So in regards to it, you're wrong. Now, if you're talking about an apple seed or orange seed, I'm wrong, though. Listen, an avocado seed or whatever the case may be, now we can get into the comparison on how the woman gives the man the whole body, the construct, the brain, the lungs, the face, the skin. She's creating a child within a womb. So she gives him the penis too. Did you forget that she gave him the sperm? So
can you explain in a scientific way, from a biological way, how doesn't a man hold the seed in the life form? You're just speaking, but I need you to peel back the layer to things and give facts. This podcast is called No Fugazi. So if I'm speaking, I'm always going to speak with facts. So here's a fact for you. The woman doesn't determine the sex of the baby. She has an X chromosome. The man holds the X and the Y chromosome, right? So here's science, right? So when a man has sex with a woman, he dictates the sex of the baby. So you just said, where do you get a penis from? Where do you get this from? Where do you get that from? You get that from the man, since the man determines the sex of the baby. Do you get it? Women only hold the X chromosome. Men hold the X and a Y. That's scientifically facts that proves that what you just said is nonsense, and men do dictate the sex of the baby. So if he's dictating the sex of the baby.
Look at him. He mad. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. And they hate when you tell them. They hate when you use science to dispute with the stuff that they feel like. This is the problem with people that always talk about, oh, you know, everybody, let everybody, you know, everybody believe what they want to believe. No, screw that. Screw that. No. There's some stuff we just, no. This guy sounds stupid. I'm so glad this podcast host is holding him to the fire. So glad. Look at him. He just mad. Just mad. Mad about what? The truth?
Let's peel the layer back even further. That means that the man actually dictates how many men are going to be in this world, how many women are going to be in this world. The list goes on and on. Your father dictated that you would have a beard. Your father dictated that you would have a beard and be a man, from what I could see. You get what I'm saying? Your mother didn't determine that, so you should be thanking your father, because your father truly created you. Anything for that, man? Crickets. Scientifically, can you?
Crickets. Like, what are we doing? This is crazy.
Dispute what I said.
You sound uneducated, like to the point where this is so level of surface, to the point.
God dang, man.
How could you sit here? I'm just asking you, like, how could you
Educate
sit
me.
here?
He sounds uneducated. Oh my God. Oh, ignorance is bliss, guys.
Tell
I'm
me that
fine.
my father gave me what all males are females before they turn into a male based off the decision of the mother. Every male can look at their actual scrotum sac and see a line from the bottom of their scrotum sac to the tip of their penis. All male. That means you were sold up. Your testicles are nothing but your ovaries. Your penis is nothing but an elongated clitoris. At the end of the day, you're nothing but an inside out female. I'm sorry that this man has never been told that, and he doesn't understand that he was made in the likeness and the image of his mother. I'm sorry that before anybody ever taught him anything, his mother was there. Your mother is literally the only thing that you know in life. You don't even know if that's your father, but your mother knows if it's your father or not. You know everything about your mother because that's where you came from. That's your first home. That's your first.
Mm.
Origin. The black woman has always been considered God, even before the patriarch took over and started to actually make a male God. But it was never a male that was being God. It was always the woman. In Islam, it was the woman. In the Catholic Church, it was the woman. In ancient Egypt, it was the woman. In Samaria, Mesopotamia, Babylon, it was the woman. Phoenicia, it was the woman. Chaldea was the woman. But if he doesn't know that, that means he's not reading. And I'm telling you, I'm trying to respond to the man, even to the point where if a woman is making up your whole total makeup and she's using her menstrual blood to do it within her womb, that's why you women don't bleed for 9 months. You literally coagulate a child in your womb. What does the man have to do with it? Is the man shooting blood in you, woman, or is he literally giving you his DNA via his sperm? So when you're actually making this baby in your womb, you're using your blood. That's why you don't bleed for 9 months. When that baby comes out, that is a product of its mother. So the baby literally develops through life. As the baby develops through life, we get to puberty. That's when our body chemically starts to actually make the sperm in our body. But it came from our mother. Everything comes from your mother. You get it from your mother. Your mother is your God. Your father is not your
Whoa, whoa,
God. The
whoa, whoa,
sperm.
whoa, whoa, whoa. And see, that's where you lose me, bro. Because it's like you can be wrong on one hand. You can be wrong on one hand, right? Fair enough. Fair enough. You can be wrong on one hand, but why is it that just because your mother gave birth to you, that equates her to your God? Why is that? Because if we want to talk about Christianity, then there are reasons. If we want to talk about Islam, there are reasons. If we want to talk about Judaism, there are reasons to support why people support support that particular God. In this case, we're talking about Yahweh. So I mean, yeah, I'm talking about like, yeah, I'm. Pissing me off, dog.
In his body comes from his mother. Where do you think we got our body from? You didn't make this. You don't have nothing to do with your face. You don't have nothing to do with your head and none of that. Your mama gave that to you. She birthed you. How could you sit there and say that she's not your God? Your mother was God before you was taught about God. Somebody had to tell you about God in order for you to believe them. Now in your mind, that's God. But what if your mother knew she was God? She would teach you about God. How can a man be a God when he cannot produce life? A man cannot sustain life. He does not have breast milk.
Got you. You done or are you still going?
No, go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm respectful. So if you want to go and respond, you can go.
Okay. So, I mean, everything you said was just not.
Jesus Christ. It's just stupid. It's just stupid, man. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna let y'all hear him go off on, like, because he, like I said, he's dismantling this guy really great. But I just need y'all to understand that these are the people. These are the men of the community. These are the men of the community. The culture.
Nonsense. It didn't make any sense. It didn't correlate to anything.
Which part?
And
Which
1
part?
+
Which
1
part?
didn't add up.
Oh,
You
no.
didn't have any rebuttal to it. You just started speaking nonsense. But let me ask you a question.
I have to force myself to speak because you won't allow me to.
Does 1
You're
+
asking
1
me
equal
another
2?
question.
Does 1 + 1 equal 2?
No, one and one come together, they merge. That's one, right? Think about it, right?
God dang.
When
So
one and one come together,
proves
they
my
merge,
point.
right?
The nigga don't know
Right.
what 1 + 1 equals.
Merge, right?
He said that 1
and
and 1
put it
merges.
together.
Yo, what's going on, RJ? Shout out to you. Yo, you're not too late, bro. Welcome. Appreciate you for stopping through. For real. Appreciate you.
They merge, one, right?
Oh,
if I come
God
together
dang.
with a woman, don't I go into that woman? Don't me and that woman go into each other? Now we one. I got my dick, I am one. At the end of the day, what you mean?
So you got to
1 +
watch
1
on your
equals
left
2?
hand. You got to watch on your left hand. If you put another watch on your left hand, will you have 1 watches or 2 watch?
They're on the same hand. It's just one watch. If they put together, if you leave, they merge together. You see what I'm talking about? You want me to have 2?
Golly, what the French toast are we talking about? What the French toast are we talking about? Thank you. Like, come on. 1 + 1 means 1. What? If you have something and you add something else to it, you have 2 of that thing. What the hell are you talking about?
The watch on a different hand. Would you have 2 watches on you?
I don't know. If you take a man wig off, then would you be bald headed? I don't know, bro. We all got questions that they ask. How many shit? I mean, what you want to do? I don't know, bro. Is we on this build? Are we on this build or what? What we gonna do, bro?
This what we gonna do? Because I'm actually curious. Because the last people I had on here, I had 4 other people that had your same points of view, right? And now let's change up the dialogue a little bit because I'm curious of knowing. I believe that you let me know if you don't believe that 1 + 1 equals 2, but let me know if this makes sense to you and see if we can come to agreement on something. That's what I want to get here. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Influence creates thinking. Thinking creates behavior. Would you say that that's true?
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. I want to know this because I spoke with, you're the 5th person I had on the podcast now that believe that the black woman is God, right? So since we know that, and you just confirmed that influence creates thinking and thinking creates behavior, you have this, your mind frame of how you think. I want to know what influenced you to think this way.
It's knowing versus belief. Everybody believes in God. I know God. You see what I'm saying? Knowing is being able to have logic, evidence, and reason. You know it, just like your past experiences. I know my mother.
Logic, evidence, reason. Logic, evidence, reason. Logic, evidence, reason.
So before I learned how to talk, before I learned how to walk, before I had taught about my ABCs, before I was taught about anything, my mother was there. Somebody had to teach me, influence me, get me to think about a God that they wanted me to think about. But prior to that, my mother was my creator. So when you look at it, my mother was a black woman, and all black women are the manifestation of Mother Nature. I don't give a fuck about a book and what you read, bro. Go to nature and look at it. That is the supreme map of things.
Clarence,
everything in nature is telling you.
Clarence, I seen that you.
You don't have to stop me, bro. You don't have to stop me. Every
someone
fucking
came
30
in the
seconds.
chat. Clarence, I see you coming in
here. Now, this part right here is crazy work because one thing that's always been real interesting to me is how people will like some people don't understand that, like, podcasters and streamers and YouTubers, we have we have no. It's hard to do it. It's hard to run a show, right? Running a show is difficult. It's not something that's easy. Some people are better at it than others. Like me, I struggle at it. But at the end of the day, it's what it. When people think that, you have to understand that as the host is over talking you. If the host is over talking you, it's because they have a show to run and they have to move the show along. So as frustrating as it might be, you do kind of have to show respect to the host. You got to show respect to the host. And it always kills me that this has to be a topic of discussion or a topic of debate, because at the end of the day, it's not your show, bro. It's not your show. So what are you talking about? You can't check somebody on their show. I'm just saying. You can try, but
Stop me every 30 seconds,
I'll
bro.
add you in after I have this discussion with him.
I get 30 seconds to speak. Like every single.
By the way, real quick, Tom says JayyRedd and chat have a blessed and productive Thursday, and always stay on your pivot at all times. God bless, and watch out for all these hyenas. It's Thursday over that time, or it's still Wednesday for us. Time says you come from your father. Your mother is the incubator. And yeah, I agree. The truth of the matter is that's exactly what it is. Like, it doesn't diminish women's life or women's role in the life bringing process. In fact, I still think it's just as important. The problem is that we just have to call it for what it is. Men create life, or men stimulate life. The life, because sperm is alive. So men stimulate life. We have the life. And then it goes, and then we give that life energy to women, and women incubate that life, and the life together, the two grow. So yes, you need both, but at the end of the day, you don't have to diminish men's role in it either. Women don't create life, but that doesn't diminish the role that they play in bringing forth life. That's all I'm trying to say. I appreciate the comment, Mr. Tom.
It's a podcast, and I had someone trying to join the live stream.
You're intimidated, bro.
No, I had someone trying to join the live stream.
You don't want to know. You do this for content.
Intimidated?
At the end of you're intimidated. It's got to be.
Come
if
on,
I can sit there and listen to you, and you can't listen to me.
I mean, listen,
you told us about a pregnant male rat. You told us the science brought about a pregnant male
in
rat.
person. You could come here in person. No one's intimidated, bro. No one's.
You gotta be.
No one feels like that.
Then
you could have this discussion in person. The same way I'm conveying myself with you over here, it'll be in person. And actually, it'll be more intense.
Listen, y'all.
We said that influence creates thinking. Thinking creates behavior. You think that the black woman is God. I want to know what influenced you.
Looking for God.
Okay. Explain, elaborate. What did you find that made you really think that black woman is God?
My mother was in my face the whole time. She was in my face the whole time. And I didn't realize that was God. So they told me that my mother, everything was outside of me. They told me that everything else was my mother. Everything else is God but your mother. And then you look at why they oppress every woman in religion. Christianity, their God says it's okay to rape a woman, to a woman. Islam, they say it's okay to be a woman. Allah is literally a lot. So they literally define everything in women. It's all about women oppression, and for women not to realize that they are the true creators. That's why the patriarch took over.
RJ says men and women are yin and yang to me. Can't have one without the other. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree with that for the most part. I'm not gonna lie. I do think that men could live without women. I think women improve the quality of life and make life worth living. But is it possible to live without them? I think it's possible. Do I think that it's possible for women to live without men? No. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. I mean, but it's always funny, like, you know, when people use the Bible verse when they talk about God making Adam and then he made Eve because, you know, he didn't want Adam to be alone. But people always take that out of context and make it seem like because man can't be alone. And that's not what he said. He said it's not good for man to be alone. That means that man can be alone, but it means that it's not ideal. So, I mean, you take from that what you may, but I mean, the verse is the verse. You know what I mean? The verse is the verse. But I don't believe that it's like it's something where it's like women the role. You know what I mean? Because like I said, yeah, it's absolutely true. We couldn't reproduce. But those of you that would be there, I think that, I mean, it's possible. You know, that's all I'm saying. It might be a weird point. RJ says, so what if his mother was white? Would he say the white woman is God? Good point. Good point. Good. That's a good point. That'd be funny. White woman is God. Great point, JayyRedd, on fathers and mothers creating life. Yeah, I appreciate that. Time says that dude is really crazy. Without the man, how do how do a woman get pregnant? She can't. So yes, if we're talking about reproduction and continuing legacy, yes, absolutely, men and women cannot live without each other. When men and women are absolutely essential to each other in order to reproduce, the way we do, the way mammals do. But that life, that spark is in the nutsack, buddy. That's all I'm saying. RJ says, I might have to disagree with you there. Lots of single dudes still go to sex workers. Yeah, but that's just for pleasure. That's for pleasure. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, I mean, you know, bro, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, there's a lot of ways to get a nut. I'm just saying. I mean, I like that's what I mean. I feel like men still need companionship. I mean, it's just, I mean, it'd be a weird world. I mean, it's not an ideal world at all. Ugh, no, that'd be a weird world. So, I mean, I'm not saying that this is something that I would want. I'm just saying that it's just, it's just, you know what I mean? You need companionship. So, I mean, you need companionship. You need affection. That's what I'm saying. I mean, women are important. I'm never gonna diminish women. Like, I've had that red pill rage phase and all that stuff. I'm done with that. But yeah, I'm never gonna diminish the importance that women have. We need them. We need them. We just don't need them for survival. We need them for a lot of other things. And that's just, you know what I mean? That's just my point on it. Or my position. You know, I could be wrong.
Patriarch literally took over the matriarch. The matriarch had always been in rulership. That's why they studied the goddess Hathor. They literally was with the queen of heaven in Jeremiah 44. They spoke about the goddess everywhere.
Got
Tuarat
you.
was the
I have
first
another
deity
question for
that
you
was
too.
ever worshipped. See, like I said, I get 30 seconds.
Oh no,
So
you
you don't
explained
really
it.
want to
Now I
do
have
this.
another question
Yeah,
for you.
so I'm saying I wasn't done.
Oh,
That's what
you
I'm
have
saying.
more?
Let me know
Go.
how long I get. I mean, you just stop me. You're gonna keep doing it. So go ahead.
I mean,
It's just it's
you
okay.
explained
It's
all the way
okay.
down to
Go
how it
ahead,
went.
bro. Go ahead.
Got
Go
it.
ahead, bro. Go
So
ahead. Go ahead.
and also,
Telling the man go ahead on his own show. I'll be man, that's crazy. That's crazy work to me. Man, I hope y'all don't never have to see me engage in something like this. That'd be crazy.
I'll just give you the rules of the podcast. So get used to it. So guess what? This is called order, right? Men create order. This is my platform, so there's a hierarchy to things. It's my rules, so if I set the rules and you follow the rules, right? When you have your own podcast and you invite me on, you set the rules and I follow those rules. Life is in hierarchy. So I have a question for you.
So
you just said that the matriarchy, I have a question for you. Listen.
This guy is just crazy. This is crazy. This is craziness. This is craziness. Tom says that's lust. It's why us black men don't have discipline and a strong mindset and willpower. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's true. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I personally just, I think that would just fall in it's just sexual pleasure and companionship. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not an ideal thing. You know what I mean? I think if they could find them a real like decent person, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure they would do that. You know what I mean? Just saying.
You just said that
had a question for me.
You just said that the matriarchy was taken over by the patriarchy. How can if the matriarchy is natural, right? It's a natural way of life. It's nature, right? You said the father doesn't come from nature, but the woman does come from nature. If that's the case, if the woman was first, you say that the woman is first. My question is, if the woman came first and you think the black woman is God, why is it that she's always being taken over by a man? Wouldn't you think? You just said that the patriarchy always takes over the matriarchy.
I'll let you finish so I can speak. Go ahead.
That's my question. You just said that the patriarchy always takes over the matriarchy. How can you say and even think logically that the woman came first if she's not strong enough to defend for herself? Answer it now.
Well, I'll calm down a little bit. Now, let me answer. In regards to the patriarchy taking over the matriarchy, it had nothing to do with strength. You have to understand that's brute strength. So what it was the son turned against his mother. The son literally turned against his mother. So instead of being...
Why is it so hard for you to answer a damn question? Oh man. And I don't know, Tom. I'm honestly, Tom, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this one because honestly, the whole point of this stream is basically to show that these the same women that can be so dangerous, the only reason they're allowed to be so dangerous in the first place is because they have men like this basically behind them, supporting them and empowering them in their chaos. And it's nasty work. I mean, I think, yeah. It's the men. The women might be the manipulators. They might be the puppet masters, and it's not all women. You know what I mean? I got to say that. Jesse Lee Peterson. Not all. But, it's not all women. I'm just saying that. But, yeah, I'm just saying there's men that are enabling the hyenas. That's all I'm saying. Tom says it's hard to answer the questions because he want to be right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Matt, you giving him too much credit, in my opinion. I think he's that delusional. I think he thinks he's right. But that's just me. These people can be delusional sometimes, especially the people that sit there and talk about that black woman is God stuff. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
A protector, the son became the predator. And then Christianity and all of these other religions were created to teach men that they were higher than women. How do you think the oppression started, women? They needed religious context to literally turn your man against you. You can look throughout all the religions.
Did you ever think that the man is just stronger than a woman? Do you ever just think that the man is just stronger than a woman and more superior than a woman?
He's a bitch, nigga.
Did you ever think that?
Now look, there we go. This is what I'm talking about, guys. There goes that feminine energy on rare display. There goes that feminine energy. Now look at him. He can't even control himself. The other man didn't call him nothing, you know, didn't say nothing disrespectful to him, but he's so in his feelings. Now here come the name calling. It's crazy. It's pathetic. That's why I don't argue with Negroes. Or I will, you know what I mean? I will if it's worth it. You know what I mean? I'll do it on here. You know what I mean? But like in general, I don't argue with Negroes because like this guy is dumb. He's dumb. RJ says, I agree. It's not an ideal thing, but my only thing is even the most powerful single men will need a little female energy, even in the form of a sex worker or a concubine. Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean that's valid. That's what I'm saying. I think men, like that's why I said, but I think it's more like that's more companionship and affection than just female energy in itself. But I think female energy is still a plus. So it's like, yeah, you know, I don't know.
Say that to my face, man. You welcome here. I have you on. I have you on.
Where you at,
I have you on, bro.
Smash the shit out your
Listen, actually, here's what I'll do for you because I've been waiting for someone like you.
Yeah, I'm right here.
I'll send you out here. I'll send you out here, right? I'll send you out here.
What you diddy now?
I'll pay for your ticket to come out here. I'll pay for your ticket to come out here, and we can do this debate live in person. And I guarantee you won't have that energy in person. I guarantee you it. I had another man talk crazy just like you, but in person, he wasn't speaking that crazy. It was a entirely different story.
Bro, you can tell everybody in the room can see you a bitch, man. Everybody in the room can see you a little hoe, bro.
Now you're making ad hominems. No one made ad hominems about you. This nigga looking like a fake Drake over here, man. This nigga looking sweet as cheese. How you over here trying to act hard when you get your eyebrows done every day? This nigga looking sweet. This nigga sweet as pie with that little chain on. Nigga squinching his eyes. Nigga, what's in your eye? Why you keep squinching your eyes like that? Trying to have the light skin look. Yeah. Come on, bro. Calm down with all that, nigga. Let's have a regular discussion. You making that homicidal attacks. I ain't make none on you. You made them first. So we can either finish this debate.
Now he called him a white boy.
White boy, bro.
This guy said a white boy. Just because you can't articulate.
Now he calling him a white boy. It's like a woman. This is literally feminine sign language, right? On full display. This is literally feminine sign language on full display.
Yourself. Just because you can't articulate yourself.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Doesn't mean that I'm a white boy because I can. That don't mean that, nigga. Chat.
Ninjas are so stupid, man. They send he's basically calling him a white boy because he can articulate his points. That's crazy to me. Because he can speak well. You a white boy. You a white boy. Oh, yeah, you a white boy for real. That's an insult in the black community. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane.
It's clowning you right now. But anyways, bro, here's what I'm saying, man. Everything that you said is all false because the root of it, the cause of it is false. The man is superior than a woman. Why doesn't a matriarchy?
The matriarchy will always be in existence. It's just been hijacked by the patriarchy. You wouldn't still produce us.
Yep. And that's when I would check out that conversation. This is sad. This is sad. Guys, I'm sorry I have to put you through this, but like I said, I have to illustrate my point. I have to illustrate my point because I say some pretty outlandish things, and so I have to substantiate them. But this is what I'm talking about. This guy is a male hyena. He's a male hyena. And I'm going to show you several different variants of male hyenas tonight. We're going to talk about different types of male hyenas because it's not just one type of male hyena. There's different types of male hyenas. Here we have the aggressive male hyena.
Chill for a minute. Can you give me a little bit so I can talk to people to get them to understand why I'm coming from?
This This is the black woman is God. This is the ghetto. This is the ghetto Pookie. You know what I mean? This is like he's just not the dirty kind of Pookie. You know what I mean? Like this guy. What an idiot, man.
It ain't going like that. That isn't how this goes, bro. Because you're not answering questions, bro.
I'm tired of your questions. Just let me speak.
Listen, man, if you're tired of the questions.
I'm tired of your questions on my show, then get the French toast off. Get the French toast off, my ninja. Sorry, you gotta go.
And you can hop off the stream, bro.
Though,
you just speaking nonsense right now.
Frustrated. Like I said, you're intimidated. For you not to let me talk. But I'm over here.
Nigga, really you look like a broke Drake, nigga. Who intimidated
I know, bro. You said that. You said that already. You said that already.
No one said broke. Already. That was different. See, you can't listen. You don't have good active listening skills, buddy.
Shit,
you don't have good active listening skills. Low IQ.
You got a man wig on. You got a man wig on, and you talking about.
And I hate to say this, but a lot of people in this demographic don't have very good comprehension skills. They don't have very good IQs. They don't have very good reading skills. You know what I mean? This is why, like, think about it. Look at the reading level. These are people that graduated with a middle school reading level trying to educate you about who's God. I need you to really, really think about that for a second. These are people who couldn't even put a sentence together in high school, trying to educate you about who God is, about who is God. Trying to talk about you can't understand. You can't comprehend. The French toast are we talking about here?
Drake, man.
This nigga said a man wig, bro. My hair is just long, man. It's just
okay,
long.
Well, line that shit up. Mind your shit up. Mind your shit up. You see that shit?
Look at your headline, buddy.
You sitting there. Look at it. It's lined up, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with your shit? Your junk is crooked. Your junk leaning over here, bro. All right, bro. All right.
Your junk tilted.
That's what we get.
Anyways, so
intimidation.
Like I said, there's a hierarchy. You started the ad hominems. I didn't start the ad hominems.
You don't want me to speak.
But here's what it is. It's a hierarchy to things. So if you don't want to follow the orders, you can hop off the stream or I'll kick you off the stream.
No, I don't understand. Man, you're a bitch anyway, nigga. You didn't want to do nothing anyway. You got your ass murdered over here. You got your ass murdered over here.
I mean, you believe that 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2.
You call it whatever.
And I already said we could have this live stream in person.
You trying to say he mad, but you the one calling him out his name with sign language like you a woman. That's crazy work.
And I trust you in person. You wouldn't have this energy. I'll literally fly you out.
Out you, man. Y'all beat the fuck out you, bro.
I'll bring you out here, bro.
I'm not your little boy. I'm not your little toy.
I'll bring you out here.
You're talking.
I'll bring you out here.
Talking. We're talking.
Do you take my offer? I'll actually offer you. So this is what men do. This is what men do. Because let's see if you're really man of your word. Men are men of their word. So here's my word. Here's my word. I'll fly you out here and we can have this debate in person. I'll put it on my word. If you really want to come out here, I'll fly you out here and we can do it in person. And after that, we could box. How about that? Let's do it. If you really feeling that, if you really feeling froggy, nigga, leap. I'll send you out here. I'll put that on my word. And we got hundreds of people in here. No. You want to approve to that offer? If not, then shut up, nigga, and pay attention to the hierarchy. Here's the rules. So I'm going to ask you questions, and then you're going to listen, and you're going to answer these questions. Because you're just talking just to talk. Do you understand? So, question here.
Little boy. You're a scary little boy, man.
Cool, man. You still talking, bro.
A scary little boy,
question here.
I'm from Chicago, puss ass nigga.
You
talking about flying out a nigga and fighting. You talking about flying me out and trying to box.
Listen,
and have a
my
debate.
Finances is good. My finances is good. I've been waiting for somebody like you that's talking spicy. This is what I do.
I told you you's a bitch.
This is what I do, man.
You's a bitch. You don't do shit. You can tell you a white boy. You a little white boy that likes to play.
I see that you ain't want my offer, but listen, homie had to go. He just talking to talk. He talking silly. Chat.
Whoo, boy. And like I said, guys, what we have here is it, like I said, that man, if you want to call him a man, that guy, that dude, was an example of a male hyena. An angry male hyena, but an angry feminine male hyena. And it's just crazy to me. I don't get it. But let's get to these comments because we have another scenario. I have another scenario. And let's get to these comments real quick.